Hey everyone, welcome to the Call of Overwatch. Today I am going to be talking about the top 10 most consistent heroes in Overwatch on the console. Now, mind you, this is the console, so aiming is completely different, and don't get upset if your hero didn't make it. This isn't about the best players or my favorite players. This is about the most consistent ones, the ones that when you pick up, your teammates usually aren't upset about. At number 10, we have Winston. With the dive meta never truly reaching the consoles, Winston never gets the PC use out of him. But at lower levels, where it's harder for people to aim, he can be a valid pick. Number 9, Zenyatta. Zenyatta is a hybrid DPS support with the ability to shut down a lot of ultimates with his own. His ultimate is fairly strong, and I'm pretty sure that if you use it in the right context, you're going to get a ton of value out of him, and nobody's ever really upset as long as Zenyatta isn't your only healer. Number 8, Reaper. With his high DPS and great ultimate, he can really tear through any good defensive setup. Reaper is primarily an attack hero. I wouldn't recommend using him on defense because they can stay out of your range. Try using Reaper with more kind of flanky on console. He's a little bit more able to flank on console than he is on PC. Number 7, Reinhardt, the true tank. Just stand there with your shield up and hit a charge, fire strike, or even earth shatter, and you've already done your job. Reinhardt is fairly easy to start off on in terms of tanks, probably the easiest tank to start off on. At higher levels, obviously, when you start playing him more aggressively, he's much harder, but he can be played very, very consistently. Number 6, D.Va. With her new changes, she may not see much play at first, but she can really do so much with her defense matrix. So D.Va is one of my personal favorite heroes. I love the changes that are coming with her. I don't know how they're going to come out on console because she has that spread, so it's real easy to hit and kind of get up close, and she's really hard to get out of her mech. I still remember whenever she was so incredibly strong and basically a must pick. She is going to probably see some changes a little bit from console to PC, just because I think that on console those changes that they made are going to be not strong enough, because defense matrix was really why you picked her on console, while on PC you could kind of play her in more of a, oh, you're out of position, I'm going to punish you kind of thing. Number 5, Junkrat. His new buffs are amazing. The 2 concussion mines, the 30% increase on his ultimate, his Riptire, is absolutely incredible. They make his kit one of the best in the game. He's super scary to play against. If you try diving him, if you try even a death ball, he can shoot over a Rhine shield or a Marisa shield. But if you try diving him with Winston or D.Va, he can kind of just get you out of the way. He's very high DPS, and he can shut down tracers with that trap. He can really stop flankers and dive people a lot, and he has really seen a rise in pick rate and a rise just overall in games and popularity. Number 4, Soldier 76. Soldier. He's so easy to use with good damage, his Helix rockets, and his very easy to use rifle and great burst damage. And healing with his little healing thing. I forget what it's called at the moment. You can't really go wrong with him. Nobody really gets mad if you pick Tracer as your main, or not Tracer, Soldier as your main DPS. He is an absolutely incredible hero on console. He's much more consistent than McCree, who would be on this list if Soldier wasn't on here. So McCree's one of my favorites. Soldier's one of my favorites. I like playing DPS. I just don't get to very often. Number 3 is Pharah. With the rise of Junkrat and the fall of D.Va, be sure to expect this Queen of the Skies, and the new Mercy changes are going to make her so incredibly strong. Mercy is already one of the top picked characters, and Pharmacy is just a really good strategy to play on console because your aim is not as good. Even with Soldier or McCree, a good Pharah can kind of make it really hard for those two to hit and they're kind of the only two that really deal with her consistently. D.Va, of course, her defense makes her it's not going to be up as long, so she's going to be kind of it's going to be an even matchup because she's not going to be able to fly up towards a Pharah and keep her from shooting at her the whole time while she's flying up and shooting and all that kind of stuff. And Pharah is one of the strongest heroes just in general. She has been for a while. She's very consistent, high damage with 120 per shot on her rockets, and her concussive blast makes environmental kills very easy. Her jump jet, being in the air a lot, makes her hard to kill because it's much harder to just shoot up than it is to shoot down. Then number 2, we have Lucio. With his speed boost, what else can you say? His utility is so incredible, even to this day, even after so many buffs and nerfs and all that kind of stuff to him. They haven't really been able to move him out of that almost must-pick spot. He's not as picked as he used to be with the decrease in his healing and speed aura, but still absolutely incredible, especially on control point maps or on payload maps whenever you're playing the attack or defense regardless. He's very strong on those. As a secondary healer, he's not very strong as a main healer anymore, but his secondary healing is awesome. If you have him as your second healer, you will be praised if you play him well, which is easy. His ultimate, it nullifies so many different ultimates. It makes it harder for McCree to get his ultimate off. It makes it harder for Soldier to get his ultimate off. It makes it harder for Pharah to get kills with her ult. It makes it harder for Roadhog to get kills with his ult. Even Orisa, when she drops her ult, which is really strong, it makes it harder. And at number 1, I'm sure you all expected this, Mercy. With her new changes coming and the harder time you have aiming on console than you do PC, she's just going to be on top for a while. She's been on top for the past 6 months. She's just going to kind of keep going up in her pick rate. She can solo heal now with her new changes that are coming, which maybe they'll nerf them a little bit on console because she's going to be really strong. And with the ability to res right off the bat, you never really have a team fight won unless you've picked like 4 players or 5. It's going to make every game a little bit easier to stay in the fight and be a little bit more engaging. On console, it's a lot harder to get really fast kills than on PC, but on PC, everyone just plays a little bit faster. Console's a little bit slowed down. So Mercy, strong pick, number 1 pick right now, has been for the past 6 months, is going to stay that way even with her res kind of being gone. The ability and the fact that she can get a 4-man res within 20 seconds is still pretty incredible. Now some time for some honorable mentions. As I said earlier, I really, really, really like a lot of characters. And Roadhog, I think, with his new changes, is very consistent, very good now. He tanks a ton. He is almost unkillable if he plays correctly. He can't flank like he used to be able to, but if you do it right, you can still get the one-hit combo and kill a lot of people, probably about 15 characters now, still fairly consistently, not as consistent. And if you don't, you can now have an even battle with a Reaper, which is awesome. The second one on my honorable mentions list is Zarya. Zarya is going to see a rise after her Graviton changes, with Tracer not being able to get out and all that kind of stuff. Mercy not being able to get out, especially against Mercy, because Mercy is going to be picked so often that it's kind of going to boost Zarya a little bit to kind of counter her with her Graviton. That way, if you are able to kill the Mercy, then you don't have to worry about her being able to get some of those reses off. And then last on the honorable mentions is someone who is near and dear to a ton of people's hearts, and that is Tracer. Tracer is so good. She plays really well. She's great on console. She's hit scanned. Anything hit scanned is on console. There wasn't a ton of projectiles, as you see. Even though personally, I love Hanzo. I mained Hanzo for a long time. I love Genji. He looks cool. They're just not as consistent. They're harder to get kills with. Same with Widowmaker and all those people who you think would be on the PC list. It's not going to be on the console list. And unfortunately, we won't see a rise in any of those characters. Probably ever, unless Hanzo's Scatter Arrow just becomes, infinite, then maybe. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background. This is one of my more consistent, I guess, competitive games with D.Va. Like I said, I like D.Va. She's not my main. I don't main her. I usually main Lucio and Soldier McCree and Roadhog. I got a lot of different people I play. But I ended up with gold limbs and gold objective time and objective kills, but we ended up losing this game. I made a few mistakes that I feel like kind of cost us the game. It's kind of hard to watch back, but it's a great way to look at things. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay in the background. Don't get upset if your favorite hero wasn't on here. While Doomfist is great with his one-hit punch, the changes to his hitbox have really taken a toll on his abilities, so he kind of got knocked off the list after that. I was trying to keep in mind the new changes that they were doing, and I really hope that you guys will come back for more. Sub if you haven't already subscribed. Go ahead and leave a like, a comment for maybe some new ideas or just some suggestions. Maybe you saw something in this video that you thought you wanted to change. I did write a rough script for this, so I might do that more. I might improv more, just depends. I'm still working out how to use the Elgato completely, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get record the gameplay voices, which is a little difficult because I'm not very tech savvy. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. I'm going to be uploading hopefully 2 times a week, and maybe eventually I'll be able to upload 3 times a week. See you guys.
Till Valhalla. Helden sterben nicht. Helden sterben nicht. Heroes never die. Defeat.